They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is met. In his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, we got four. We got four. Let's go, fellas. We got four down. Let's go.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 53 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Calais Campbell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish. He looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that 1st down in the process. Now Scarborough. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Kenny Clark in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Hot! Hot!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going up top. He's got a man complete. But he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Leopard! Leopard! Back down to that belly. Here we go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Going for it all. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Detroit! All right, now look at 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Jaguars. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that trims the lead down to 9. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And some space here. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Jackson on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And now running right through it. Now he's forced out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Scarborough. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to it, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Jackson on first down. And it's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back.
Gone! All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And this is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and, boy, it's another boomer. Now here's Ross. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Jackson, they'll roll him out right. Keeps himself upright. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Fournette, a first down carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll drop to throw. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Jackson to the right side, and he's got more complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that went, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Miles Jack able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
He can run for it, and he will.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. K'Wan Short in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson to throw. He hits more on the screen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the former Florida Gator, Sturgis, gets it to go. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out come the Jags. I guess they have to board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down, eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And the ball is knocked out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? But this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now if they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 48 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Flushed out right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mike Wallace, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Good! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, L.A. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll look to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They try again with Scarborough. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, a fish. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Chargers. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zach Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Back to throw again.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the game there, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you will too. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Bo Scarborough with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other."
This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And now here's Ross. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.